Yo, we back on our left, and today I'm gonna be going over, recapping, I guess you could say, the last, the second games of every series so far. And this again, every game, I feel like there's like a new story, building up between it. So as of the last time, you guys saw that the Knicks won last time, the Clippers won last time, the Celtics won last time, the Lakers won last time, all that, right? Well, so as of, I believe it was, so Monday was the first set of the next games. And to start off with a bang, it was the Warriors versus the Kings, and the Kings won that one to take both games at home. And the big story of that was Draymond Green stomping on Domantas Sabonis. And obviously now, what's his name? Green is going to be suspended for the next game without pay. Domantas Sabonis is still questionable due to, It was like a spectrum contusion or something, which is basically just a bruise on his ribs or whatever. So we'll see what happens there. And yeah, that was pretty much the story of that game. The Kings started off really bad in the game, 23, only 17 in the first quarter, but then dropped 41 in the second quarter. So yeah, they were doing their thing. De'Aaron Fox has been just killing everyone. Sabonis even played well and all that. And that whole situation with the Draymond thing is just a weird situation. Draymond Green is just looking weird, and yeah, so that's pretty much the sum of that game. The Kings are looking to hopefully upset the Warriors because a lot of people expected the Warriors to win the series. And yeah, next game was 76ers versus the Nets, 96-84, low scoring game. So I mean, nothing really crazy, I guess. Tyrese Maxey did have 33 points. Embiid had 20 points and 19 rebounds. Harden had a bad game. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of that game. All right, next day. This next day was. So let's get the playing game out the way. The Celtics versus Hawks. The Boston Celtics just whooped them. The Hawks really don't have any business playing against the Celtics, to be honest. The Knicks versus the Cavs. This was a must-win game for the Cavs to be able to split the series at home, and they did just that. Darius Garland had 32 points, and Donovan Mitchell had a career high of 13 assists. Garland had 26 in the first half, which was the first. Well, he's third of all time in NBA history, Cavs history, right behind LeBron and Kyrie for most points in a half. So that's cool. Karis LeVert played amazing, 24 points. Allen played great. Mobley played pretty good. I like Danny Green's minutes, and yeah, not much to complain about. And yeah, the Knicks just honestly we're not playing too hot. Yeah, I'm really happy to see how that went. Josh Hart played 26 minutes, but only went 2 for 3 from 3, or 2 for 3 from the field. And yeah, so I really like that. Hopefully they can get another one tomorrow in the Garden. Always hoping for that, being a Cavs fan myself. But yeah, good game for the Cavs. And the Knicks don't seem too worried about that game, so cool. Suns versus Clippers. I would say must win, as in it's now or never for the Suns, but I'm sure they would really, really like to get a win at home. And they did just that. Devin Booker had 38 points. Chris Paul had 16 with 8 assists. Durant had 25 with 5 assists. Torrey Craig put some numbers up. DeAndre Ayton had 14 points, 13 rebounds. Very, very solid game from all of them. And Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook combined for 59 points. They just couldn't get much help from much other people. Nicholas Batum had 19 minutes with 0 point. He had 1 rebound and 1 assist. That's all he really did. yeah, kind of. And yeah, the Phoenix Suns shot pretty well from 3, 41%, and they just got the job done. Can't say much about it. It was a good game from Russell Westbrook, though. We don't see him scoring 28 points too often anymore, so when he does, it's kind of special, but it's kind of weird they couldn't get a win. And yeah, even for like a low scoring game, I guess you could say, for Kate, not low scoring, but like a somewhat, he went 0 for 4 from 3. So for a game like that, it's good that he could get that win. Devin Booker was doing his thing. The Nuggets versus Timberwolves. It was I was watching the first quarter of because it was getting late on the East Coast, and yeah, it just looked like their whole team was kind of the Minnesota Timberwolves were just out of, like, they couldn't, I don't know, they just looked not very confident. Anthony Edwards ended off the game though with 41 points, 2 steals, and 3 blocks, and he shot a relatively good. Oh yeah, he had a good efficiency from the field, 60% on 14 of 23 shooting. Gobert had 19 points, 8 rebounds. I feel like he should have more rebounds than that. Karl-Anthony Towns, only 10 points. He went 3 for 12. Not a good game whatsoever. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 26 minutes with 5 points. Yeah, I honestly don't have much confidence in the T-Wolves, as Jamal Murray had 40 points as well, which was kind of a nice 40-point battle between the two. And Nikola Jokic had 9 rebounds and 9 assists. So he almost had a triple-double in the playoffs, which doesn't really surprise me because being Jokic. And yeah, pretty much everything just ran through those two, and they got the job done. I feel like the Denver Nuggets are definitely a favorite to advance from the series. I don't really see much other outcome happening unless something crazy happens, which honestly you never really know. And oh yeah, I believe the game before that game was the Grizzlies versus the Lakers. So this was a game again without John Morant, and the Lakers should have definitely won this. But the Lakers ended up losing. They scored 1-3 down 93. LeBron James, 28 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. Rui Hachimura played pretty well, 20 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Anthony Davis is the issue here. 4 for 14 from the field. Not gonna cut it. He needs to be a lot more dominant than that, and I know getting guarded by Jaren Jackson Jr. is probably not the easiest thing in the world, but gotta be better. D'Lo gotta be better too. They only made 7 threes that whole game, 26% from the field, and Memphis was 30% from the field, which obviously it's not too great, but honestly the story of the game was Xavier Tillman having 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists on 10 of 13 from the field. They just kept him open, and he was making them pay. Jaren Jackson did pretty good. Tyus Jones doing what he's supposed to do, being their backup point guard, 10 points, 8 assists. Luke Kennard hit a couple shots. Desmond Bain, 17, all that type of stuff. But the big story with this game was Dylan Brooks had something to say about LeBron James, calling him old, and it's kind of becoming a little bit of a bitter rivalry, as everything it is with the Grizzlies. It seems like every team they play just make it, every big team, I guess you could say, like the Warriors or the Lakers in this case now. He wanted to call LeBron James old and say that he doesn't have respect for anyone who can't drop 40 on him. And what I gotta say to that is, you having 12 points, 5 for 14, is not gonna do much. And I mean, LeBron James is like literally what you could possibly dream of being. Like, you don't equate to LeBron James in any way, shape, or form. So I don't know why he's talking like LeBron James is a bomb. And people say that he's trying to do it to get in LeBron's head, to force him to want to do things. And people are saying that LeBron's too smart and he's not going to let it affect him. Honestly, don't know. I just want to see LeBron James give him the work. That's me honestly, but I know it might be at the cost of the team, which is probably maybe what he's trying to do. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just not a big fan of Dylan Brooks whatsoever. Doesn't seem like many other teams and players are a fan of him besides his own teammates. So yeah, no respect for what's his name, Dylan Brooks, because yeah, again, you only ever really hear about what he does off the court when it comes to trash talk, and you never, like, I don't know if he's ever been, like, featured on, like, the NBA for, like, Dylan Brooks highlight, or, like, something like him having, no one really ever talks about his skill of playing the game. They just talk about what he says. So, yeah, no respect for people like that. And, yeah, next game, Bucks versus the Heat, and I'm pretty sure it's the last game of this little thing we got going on, because as of right now, the third games of every series are starting to be played. The Sixers versus the Nets are being played right now. The Kings and Warriors are being played later tonight. The Suns and Clippers are being played at 10:30, which I'm not a big fan of. The fact that there's 2 10 o'clock games, but that's a different conversation for another day. Okay, so Miami Heat without Tyler Hero, and the Milwaukee Bucks without Giannis. Didn't really know what to expect from this. And, yeah. It turns out to be a blowout, to my surprise. The Bucks, 138 points, which just says a lot about the Miami Heat's defense that game, to 122. Miami Heat was hot from 3, 16 of 36, so 44%, which is, no one would blame. But I think the story comes from turnovers. They had 17 turnovers. Milwaukee only had 11. And also probably another big story is the fact that the Milwaukee shot them off the court 51% from the field, 25 for 49 from 3, which is crazy. One, that they took almost 50 shots from 3, and 2, the fact they hit 51% of them. Yeah. So scoring-wise, Jimmy Butler did his thing, 25 points, 2 steals, relatively good efficiency. Bam Adebayo, 18 points, 5 rebounds, pretty RA efficiency. Duncan Robinson, pretty good, with 14 points. Caleb Martin, good efficiency for 15. And yeah, Kevin Love, 4 points. Not too great. He went 0 for 2 from the field. He just hit all his free throws. And Kyle Lowry only played 18 minutes. I don't know what the reason for that was, but yeah, he wasn't playing too hot. On the Milwaukee side, Jrue Holiday, 24 points, 11 assists. Pat Connaughton, 22 points, 3 assists. Bobby Portis, 13 points, 15 rebounds. Brook Lopez, 25 points, 16 for Chris Middleton. It seemed very well-rounded. A lot of players got on the board for them in double digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 players in double digits. 3 of them in the 20s. And when Miami Heat only has 1 person in the 20-point spectrum, you don't really know what to. You can't really hope for a win in that situation against a Bucks team that was shooting lights out, and they did not have Giannis, which is quite crazy. But yeah, it's safe to say that the playoffs are kind of getting a little, I don't know, they're getting a little crazy now. They're getting, the things are getting heated, especially between the Lakers and Grizzlies. In terms of, like, drawing people in to want to watch the games, is definitely working. There's a lot of good storylines building between a lot of these series. I mean, the only, like, really series that people are probably not really worried about are the Sixers, Nets, the Boston Hawks, or the Minnesota, Denver. But other than that, I feel like every series has a little thing going on. The Suns and Clippers, the Clippers hoping to upset the Suns because the Suns are looking to make a playoff run, and it's KD versus Russell. The Kings being an up-and-coming team against the former champions, and they're up 2 games against them, so that's a crazy topic right now. The Heat hoping to try to, upset the Bucks, which I feel like, I don't know. I think after that game, it's kind of hard to see what they could do, but You never know. Jimmy Butler could have 40 next game. Wouldn't be surprised if he did. But yeah, Grizzlies and Lakers, the whole Dylan Brooks thing. Again, not a big fan of the guy, but yeah. I can make a whole video on just Dylan Brooks and his antics. And yeah, the Cavs series is also looking good, up-and-coming Cavs team versus a Knicks team that is looking to, get something going in the playoffs because they have a track record of not very good things in the playoffs and everything like that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. If you did, please drop a like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.